Good morning, legacy builders. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. As usual, welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. Let me know who's with me in the chat. Come on in. Let me know what you are drinking: tea, coffee, water, whatever your beverage of choice is. Let me know. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Marcella Mullen Williams. I am a behavioral financial advisor and the co-founder of Legacy Builder Group, where we are a holistic investment and coaching firm. What we do is help first generation high income earners create an impactful, lasting, multi-generational legacy wealth. So that's what we are about. And today, we're going to begin a special little series. But first, I want to really just make sure that we emphasize, and that's what something Mark and I are going to be doing, is really emphasizing the importance of financial intelligence and the impact it has on us. So, just a reminder, we talked about financial intelligence last week. Financial intelligence is your ability to make smart, responsible, value-based decisions with and about money when you're faced with difficult to deal with and competing emotions. And we're going to put a little extra energy into really understanding and working and developing your financial intelligence in the next couple months, because there's a lot happening that's pulling on our emotions. This is a very interesting time between political news, economic situations, wars, personal situations. There is a lot pulling on our emotions. And the thing is, your emotions will directly influence your thinking, and your thinking will directly dictate how you behave. We have to understand that our emotions impact our thinking, and our thinking impacts our behavior. And in our case, we're talking about our emotions dictating our financial behavior, our financial decisions. And if we continue to ignore that and really don't teach enough about this, there's nothing out there that's truly going to help you build wealth, especially legacy wealth that you want to, and sustain it, maintain it and sustain it and build. Financial intelligence is one of the most important factors for wealth builders. And quite frankly, it's not being taught enough. I'm not hearing this conversation as I filtered through Instagram and YouTube and all these other areas. I don't hear enough conversations about financial intelligence. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and have it here, because this needs to be addressed. And we need to be able to understand it. When we understand that our emotions are far more susceptible to external factors, then we'll understand the things that we need to do to make sure we stay on top of that. Our emotions are susceptible to external factors when we lack and we ignore basic financial knowledge. And this really showed up for Mark and I, this ability to especially ignore financial knowledge when we were watching the Netflix docuseries Madoff, the monster of Wall Street. It's something I watched it and I was like, Mark, you've got to watch this, right? So then Mark watches it and we're both, we didn't know for each other, but we're both taking notes on this docuseries. It's a 4-part docuseries. And it's really about it shows the details of Bernie Madoff, his rise to power, and then it takes the time to really unpack the details of the world's biggest Ponzi scheme. Now, if you don't know what a Ponzi scheme is, it is an investment fraud that pays existing investors with funds collected by new investors. So as new investors come in, they use that money to pay older investors. And the thing is, the money's never actually invested. So Ponzi schemes, they're just a promise to invest your money, but they're actually not generating any returns, but they promise you high returns or low risk to no risk. So there are key factors that make up a Ponzi scheme. And we will touch on that in the series. And in case you want to know, you can always do a little more research, but Ponzi scheme was actually developed in the 1920s. And it was, I'm trying to remember the name of the person. It was, I had it up here. Yeah. Charles Ponzi was the creator of it was named after Charles Ponzi, who executed the first Ponzi scheme in 1920. So Bernie Madoff was had just the largest Ponzi scheme in U.S. history, probably world history, actually. And as I mentioned, Mark and I were going through watching this docuseries, and we were taking notes, and we were just noticing all these red flags that were just lighting up as we're watching all 4 episodes. And for me, I realized, wait a minute. Like, this is a big alert for me. And I felt so obligated. Both of us felt obligated to share this with our community. So that's what we're going to do. So let me know in the chat, how many of you watched this docuseries? How many of you have ever watched it? It came out in 2023. It's called Madoff, the Monster of Wall Street. Anyone has seen it? Let me know if you've seen it. And just put it in the chat. Yes, Sheila and Fran, financial intelligence is crucial. Hello, Beverly. Cute. Okay, definitely. Daniel, you've seen it. Gabrielle, you say planning on it. All right, great. I'm glad you're planning on it, because if you haven't seen it, watch. Okay, Sheila, yeah, you watched it. Okay, so if you haven't, okay, Fran, no, I haven't watched the docuseries. And this is why I'm coming to you today, because I want to give you some time. You have an entire week to watch the docuseries, so you'll be ready to join Mark and I next Tuesday as we go into this 3-part series that is designed to help you to become a vigilant investor. So that is the name of this 3-part tea time series that we're doing. It's called Becoming a Vigilant Investor. We want you to watch it, see if you can pick up on these red flags. Just notice, as we're talking about what is emotional and financial intelligence, and if you haven't noticed, financial intelligence is akin to emotional intelligence. So there's some similarities there, because it is about regulating your emotions. But with financial intelligence, it's regulating your emotions with money. So we are really going to go in and we're going to unpack this, because when I tell you there are some major red flags that you may not even be aware of, simply because of lack of knowledge. It's not your fault. And there were a lot of things that were not, for the victims of Bernie Madoff, it was not their fault. There were things that there were areas in which the government failed them. And we'll talk about that. Regulators failed them. There were areas in which, of course, Bernie failed them. And so it was easy. Unfortunately, they were not protected. But then, as we talk about personal agency, and we've talked about this in tea time, there are times in which we have to take personal responsibility for our actions. And that's when our emotions take the best of us and we ignore basic financial knowledge. And this is what I also picked up. And Mark and I want to make sure that you do not fall prey to schemes, to frauds, whether Ponzi or not. There's so many get rich quick, get rich fast, get rich now opportunities out here. I see them all the time. There's so many opportunities that pull on our emotions. I mean, I've even gotten taken for a couple $1,000 with fraud. And so just thinking it was a business opportunity, but it wasn't. And once I developed my knowledge, others came and I was able to notice the red flags immediately. And unfortunately, I had to watch others fall prey to some of these schemes. But now it is very difficult for me to fall into one of these because, again, not saying impossible, I am human, but difficult because of being able to regulate my emotions and look for the red flags. And that's what we're going to teach you. That's what we're going to discuss using Bernie Madoff's example, using his Ponzi scheme, and using this docuseries. We're going to break down the elements of how and what went on and how you can protect yourself and become a vigilant investor. So use this time until next Tuesday to watch the docuseries. And I see some people here. Yep, I will watch it today. Wonderful. Okay. And planning on it. All right. So we have some people going to be watching it over the next week. Take some notes. And then join Mark and I next Tuesday for Tea Time Tuesday, same time, 9 o'clock, as we go through this 3-part time series discussion on becoming a vigilant investor. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's going to be a great time. This is going to be fun. It's something a little different, and we want to have fun with each of you. So let's do this. Tiara, okay, I had to step away for a second. What's the docuseries called? Tiara, yes, it is Madoff, the Monster of Wall Street. That is the name of it. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining. Have a great day, and I will see you next Tuesday. We will continue to develop the behavior that will build your legacy.